into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop.
Our enemy's folly is your game.
Oh no!
Use
Don't
your void
do
body to absorb.
do that, don't do that, don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it! No, no, no! Jonathan, I hate you! I hope your parents is abandoning you in the streets. Kid, I hope tomorrow you wake up, your bed is in the streets and your parents ran away. They have a new identity in Moscow. Did I see anything stupid on Reddit? I didn't check Reddit today. Oh no, no, wait, I didn't see something stupid on Reddit.
Spent Exelizer has been retired.
What was it?
Exelizer spent.
The guy.
Struggle has its benefits.
Okay, bye, Miffy. The person who does the borrow thing every week. First of all, I guess thank you for showing us that, you know, borrow came this week. You're definitely doing the community a service, aren't you? Sorry, I'm so sarcastic. So yeah, that person. Today I just realized they write something very stupid that I can't get over. The person who on Reddit every week, not every week, every 2 weeks is like, hey, here's Borrow's new stuff. I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But they're the first one to post and everything. And today I noticed they actually write down, I think on the second page, or is it at the bottom of the first page? They write down, if you like what I'm doing, you can tip. I think they have like that coffee link or whatever. And I was like, maybe I was in a bad mood. But when I saw that, I was like, man, fuck you, honestly. That's the first thought process I had. I was like, dude, you're not doing the community that huge of a service. You're not curing some kinds of cancer, man. Like, shut the fuck up. Hey guys, if you like that I post pictures about what Borrow brought this week, even though you can just log in and see it yourself, or any other community would just be like, hey guys, look at this, wow. Why are you asking to get tipped? Are you Canadian? That's a very high level joke. That is like the most highest levels joke I've ever said in my life. But yeah, that's what I saw today, really stupid. I actually got very offended by that. I was like, dude, please, if you want a tip, here's a link. And I'm like, why? What do you deserve that tip for? Remember guys, tip me. I posted a couple pictures of what Borrow brought this week, which is nothing. He literally don't bring anything. God forbid D primes even a couple of mods out there, huh? Even like ammo ones. But yeah. Wow, look at the Lexus advertisement. The Lexus, you wanna buy a Lexus while playing Warframe? They're just asking for they were asking for it. Yeah, you're right, they're just like, hey, you know, if you want a tip, you're welcome. You're so humbly welcome to tip me. I think what got my tits in a huge way was just like, what, why are you even asking tips for? For what? People can literally do this for free. Other people literally do this for free. And you can see they're trying to justify why they want to get tipped. They're like, hey, I'm giving my opinions about, you know, like certain items and yada yada yada. For example, how prime pressure is worse than condition overload. Yeah, I know, but it's like, why are you asking for a tip? Because in Canada, you know, you go somewhere nowadays, everybody's like tip, 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 tip. Tip tap. And I'm like, no. I'm literally one of those guys that literally says no to the tips. And people don't know what to do with me when I say that. That's not a joke. Like, every time there's a, like, hey, they want a tip on the machine, I actually just outright press 0. Sorry, my bad. It used to be 0. Nowadays, they don't give the option 0 unless you custom it. Sometimes I'm feeling really petty, I actually put like 0.18%. That means less than 1%. And people are like, what? 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 And then if they give me the stink eye, I'm like, listen, do you wanna... There's a few broken things I have. Do you wanna come over and fix them? You're welcome to fix them if you wanna get tipped. I know money grows on trees technically. Because of the condiments. Sorry, not condiments. What do you call it? Not the condiments, what do you call them? The raw material. But man, the fact that on Reddit it's like, hey, here's what Borrow brought this week, please tip me. I'm like, dude, yo, how huge are your genitals? Other than that, I don't think I read anything, like, really... I mean, other than that stupid thing on Reddit, I don't think I really wrote... I don't write on Reddit. Oh! I can buy a car! Oh, Mazda! Yo, here's you playing a game. By the way, you can buy a car. You know, I feel there are better ways to target your demographic, just saying, Aleka Frame. I know you guys are lazy and you just applied whichever Google server from South America. I know that much, but you know, I feel like being extra lazy isn't the way to do it. I feel like you can at least target an advertisement locally from the country that you're from. You know, just saying. I know it's extra work, I know, but you know, we could put in some extra effort, man. I really doubt the gamer demographic has enough money to buy a car. No, say what will, but I never understood something but advertisements. Why do they suck nowadays? Listen, I understand advertising is a part of life, even though I don't like it, but why is advertising nowadays so bad? I mean, with all the data gathering they do, like if somebody's playing a game, why would you advertise them a car? Hello, fellow kid, that is the target demographic of like young 20s or 15-year-olds playing games that clearly don't have a well-paying job. Hello, fellow kids. People nowadays don't even have gardens to like mow. I mean, who even hires kids nowadays to like clean up the garden? Just saying. They hire professionals. Hello, fellow kids. Hello, fellow teenagers. Here's a car. Here's a Lexus. This is how you get the honeys. Why do the Golden Masters sound really kinky? Gratuit pour papa. Oh.
Those void nightmares are hell-bent on one thing. Manifesting more nightmares.
Don't about the hair like that, Quinn.
Supplies. This is yours now. I've opened an extraction route. Your choice when to use it.
My Exolizer is my choice. Okay, you guys don't need to hurt me like that, man. We both have 45. Well, okay, fine, keep it. I'll keep mine. Anything else on Reddit people are saying stupidly? I mean, I don't want to make fun of people who keep on asking if a Riven is good. You know, there might be new players. Okay, to be fair, I still don't understand why sometimes on Warframe Reddit there'll be people asking if a Riven mod is good. And the Riven mod is like plus 5 magazine, plus 5 ammo, minus Grineer damage. Oh, and also plus like plus status duration. I mean, I feel like you know, not too many people had milk in their childhood. I mean, even I can be like, okay, people use mods with damage, heat, and all that kind of stuff. I can see a Riven mod that is like plus 5 ammo, 1% status duration, and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty bad.
Enemy bounty secured.
Rubber, the angel is trying to retreat into the void.
No,
So
please don't start. Please don't start. Please don't start shooting, man. Why did somebody follow me in? Let the timer run out. Let the timer run out. I don't. Oh my god, thank you. Oh.
Use your void body to absorb.
I'm gonna use your body, man. Shut the fuck up, honestly. Is that person seriously blasting off the ghost with the most powerful skills at like level 50 and 60? You know, if you're gonna use metal weapons... Ghost, if you're gonna play meta, at least know how to play the map, man. Shut the fuck up, honestly. Oh, sorry, my bad, there's 2 Titianas. So double the nightmare. Typical Titiana players, you can't believe they exist. Is all this reacted not 10 at least? Oh no, you guys are just... Are you avoiding the exolizers? I don't understand. Are people against exolizing? Don't you want to exolize? Exolize your right?
We're down an exolizer. Working on backups. Struggle has its benefits.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear the panic in Quinn's voice when the exolizer runs out. Okay, dude, don't look at me. I literally have no idea how you guys were avoiding exolizers on the ground right in front of your eyeballs. See, free food for that. That is so sad, man.
Cascade into intensifying.
Quinn is just an Exolizer cascade intensifying. Do these Titanas have is the Titana's brain as big as a real bug in real life? What's going on, man? Guys, stand inside the thing and shoot! Oh my god, you guys are blowing my balls out of their socket! Like, poof! Titana. I wanna grab the Titana, put it inside the jar, and let's see what happens. Somebody's sleeping.
Meetings are off the charts. I don't know what sort of nightmares.
The meetings are off the charts. What are you, an executive consultant, Quinn? But yeah, that's the thing I absolutely love about it. I mean, other than stuff like that, but you know, that's go to sleep in Canada. Dormez-vous, go and sleep in Canada. Are we gonna invite all the people from all across the world to come over to Canada to sleep? Does Canada have the best beds? Or are we such little skanks that we sell ourselves? Je skank, tu skank, il est skankant, vous skank. Vous skankol, vous skanké. Vous skanké. You skanking yo? Yeah, I love Yareli. Yo, people honestly need help. Listen, I can totally understand if you format the Warframe that you liked back in the day, and then these like, hey, we introduced Omni, so you're like, okay, Omni time. You know, I can totally understand that. I actually do understand that. But what I find really funny is that people are always like, hey, we gotta do 100 formas in our Warframes. And I'm like, why? Because it's a meme. Okay. What do you mean, okay? Don't you want to go to an orphanage and help poor children out? Okay, wow, what's this, man? I mean, I'm just saying, if you have time for 100 forma, you have time for making society better, you know, just saying. It's not the same, man. A false equivalency. I have no idea how it's a false equivalency. Point of view grinding Warframe when you have 2-page essay due at 11:59. You know Warframe is always here, right? You can come to Warframe anytime you want, man. I think school... I mean, okay, to be fair, I can totally understand school is useless nowadays. Warframe equals homework. Warframe bare responsibility is real. Hashtag real talk. Hashtag real talk. My bad, texting my BF. What's a BF? What the fuck is a BF? Oh, best friend? Oh boy, oh my god, right, it's boy. You play Warframe and have a boyfriend? How is that possible? What do you mean how that's possible? Multitasking. What else do you do with your giant schlong? If not text with it, just slapping the keyboard with it. Wow. Go sleep in Canada! Go to sleep in Canada! Dude, what is this advertisement? Also, by the way, fun fact, 90% of the advertisements that you get through the Google thing is actually from South America. So I have no idea why Google South American servers are literally telling me to go and sleep in Canada. We just keep winning, do we? Thank you, Charlie Sheen. Remove up to 99% of grease. Okay, dude, I don't clean my house.
Keep any roaming thrax away from that exolizer until it discharges.
Okay, Queen, they're not roaming now. This was their house before I evicted them. Hotels.com. Hey, you wanna go to a hotel? Here's a hotel, hotel.com, baby. You wanna go to a hotel, hotel.com. Anything I've been watching recently? You mean Japanese cartoon? How to piss off people 101. Dude, enough with the spears, man. They're so fucking annoying. I had a friend tell me about, the Promised Neverland. They're like, yo bro, you're gonna enjoy this one a lot. But then once it comes to season 2, you're not gonna enjoy it, so careful, man. I was like, okay. I didn't watch it. If season 2 is that bad. And then he's like, hey man, have you still watched it? I'm like, no, you told me season 2 is bad. And he's like, no, still you have to watch season 1. And I'm like, what do you mean I have to do something? I don't have to do anything, honestly. Fuck you. No man, you don't understand. Look. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. I watched it. I watched season 1. I was like, wow, intrigued. Where's this all going? And then season 2, yep, this is just like your average Japanese cartoon or Korean teenager TV show where out of their ass, for some reason in season 2, these young adults, or should I say kids, pull out martial arts move out of their asses for no reason. And I'm like, where is this coming from, man? I love it or not, at one point, like, what was it? Especially Korean TV shows, you know, got really popular. Everybody kept on talking about them. Like, they got really popular, like, they're top things on Netflix, yada yada yada. And then when you watch most of them, it's like, you know, kind of childish, let's be honest. Unless you're into the cultural drama, that's a whole different, you know, that's a whole different area to play into. But if you're going for, like, a more normie shows, like standardized normie shows, I'm like, yeah. Okay. Because, you know, not everything is like the, the Parasite or, not the Hunger Games, what was it called? The Squid Games. Not everything is that style. Most of them are basically, hey, young students, they do something, either there's superpowers involved, or there's zombie involved, or, you know, school drama, whatever, you know, slice of life. And then somewhere along the line, suddenly all the kids know how to use martial arts, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? There was that one show that got really popular at one point. I forget what it's called. It's called, the one with all school students and like them becoming zombies and stuff like that. And, oh no, we have to be saved, you know? By the way, can I just mention something about zombie shows? Zombie movies and TV shows have an excellent start, you know, the build-up. It's always gratifying. And then they ruin it midway because everybody suddenly knows how to use martial arts. And I'm like, dude, please stop. No. You see these kids, there's like 12, 15-year-old kids, maybe 16 at maximum. You see these kids getting bullied and having bad thoughts about how to end their life. Okay, halfway through the season, suddenly them and their bullies, everybody teams up and starts kung fu kicking some zombies, okay? I'm like, dude, where is this coming from? You don't understand, we're having fun with our media. Okay, fine. Kind of ironic, you know, high standards for your kids. They have to be the smartest ever at everything. High standards, and then parents, you know, bully their own children if they don't get A's on their exams. You know, you created a cultural zeitgeist like that. And then the most hilarious part, in all these media, in all these movies, instead of the students actually using their brains to like solve the problem of zombies trying to eat them, instead they get superpowers. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. It's not a case of like, you know, oh, we stereotype ourselves, you know, that's fine. That's not the problem. The problem is how the fuck a bunch of school children who could barely run away from zombies in the first episode, by the 5th episode of season 1, they're kung fu kicking the zombies' asses with parkour. And you might be like, oh, you know, maybe it's just the boys kicking their asses. No, the girls are doing pirouettes, backflips. They're grabbing the zombies, like, you know, between their legs and twisting their heads off. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? It's entertaining to a certain degree, but oh my god, I'd have preferred, like, you know, the students to like be thinking, like using their actual knowledge on how to defeat them. You know, it's kind of ironic that's not the thing that they're doing. Legendary comfort, how to train your dragon. Is that euphemism? Hey girl, can you teach me how to... Is Giraffe host? Is Giraffe host? Okay, no, it's not host. Listen, I can have fun with the show, that's not the problem, but like all of them do it, you know? All these shows always have to have the character. It's kind of like, you know, when it comes to Western shows. Lucifer, there was Lucifer, right? There was a Lucifer show. There was Monk, the super detective guy, you know, that you know, all these shows. But usually, you know, they try to build in a different way, like, oh, okay, this guy's a clinical issue, that's why he's, like, so smart or what. They're, like, cliches and shitty, but, you know, whatever. On the other hand, when it comes to, like, for example, Korean show, when it comes to TV shows, Korean TV shows, it's like they go out of their way to, like, do it in the weirdest way possible. Like one episode suddenly, you know, every student is kicking a zombie's ass. Just one episode they do that, and then they go back to being useless. And suddenly the bully that became the good guy for a second and was like, I'll protect you. You know, like there's a girl running away, she's like, no, please. And this is suddenly this creepy bully that like is the worst kind, you know, he was doing some like really bad stuff. Suddenly the bully is like, I'll protect all my friends. And I'm like, dude, literally. And then for one episode, you know, he protects his friends, he kicks their asses. Only I can bully my friends. And I'm like, oh, really? Taking pictures of these girls like that? That's bullying, okay. You don't understand, it's cultural context. Bitch, it's bad. Just get over it. We can't excuse every small thing. So it was the same story with the Neverland thing. You know, intrigue and stuff. The Promised Neverland, Season 1, perfectly fine. And then I'll watch Season 2 and I'm like, okay, I can understand why people didn't like Season 2. I can totally understand that. Because, you know, basically Promised Neverland in Season 2 became like one episode exposition, the show. Like every one episode was just them having exposition, a revelation, like a point and then moving along. They didn't actually like, you know, stay on something. They're like rushing through it. So I can totally understand why people are annoyed with that. I can totally understand that. And then, you know, I'm like, why did people so hate the Promised Neverland? And wow, people really hated it, like even more than me. And it turns out because, oh, from the comic books, from the Japanese comic books, I like pissing people off, from the Japanese comic books, something, because the show was just, you know, like exposition, get to the point, you know, like one scene a kid is sad, one scene a kid is crying, and then revelation, and then we move along, and then emotions, and then we move along. And that's it, that was the show pretty much for Season 2. And then they have like that weird, you know, JPEG summary at the end, I guess because like the comic book itself, like, you know, had the rest of the thing going on and they didn't have time to make it. I don't know, man, at the same time I can understand why certain, you know, certain anime in this case, as they say, unfortunately for all of us, I can totally understand why they did what they did. Because what the fuck are we supposed to do? Wait 10 years for them to finish? Okay, here's the thing. Apparently, Promised Neverland... Fuck you, man. Apparently, between Season 1 and Season 2, from what I understood, you know, as my friend is trying to explain to me, and I'm like, I don't care, man. You know, let's just watch the thing. Is it good, is it not good, and move on with our lives, man. Although, ironically enough, I could, like, literally make a 2-hour video essay as to why the show failed. But here's a little thing I want to point out when it comes to, you know, Japanese cartoons. I just want to point out something. Okay, I just want to make this very clear right now, and this needs to be very, very clear. Most popular anime, okay, they can like literally take 5 years to be made. Okay, they can take 5 fucking years. I'm just putting it out there. If a show doesn't have the backing, like the willingness to burn money, where it can sustain that cycle of 5 years between episodes, or should I say between seasons, and the comic book essentially of Promised Neverland, from what I understood, between Season 1 and Season 2, they like skipped 30 chapters, or is it 60? I don't know. They skipped apparently a lot of chapters. They skipped the entire story arc. Dude, it's gonna take them at least 8 seasons to maybe finish the entourage, and that's assuming they're gonna cut out a lot. This means that anime will take 40 years to be made, finally. Like, not finally, sorry, to finish. Like, literally 40 years. Are you kidding me? And that is assuming they're running on a 5-year budget, which they won't be doing. Honestly, it's better to sometimes end your product on a bittersweet note than drag it along for the next 40 years. Because I literally don't understand how anime makes any money for anybody. I literally don't understand. For me, it doesn't make any sense. Somebody cannot tell me anime makes any money. Like 90% of it. 5-year breaks, a new episode comes out, the ending sucks. By the way, at this point with anime, I'm honestly like fucking tired. I honestly do think like 90% of anime out there actually does suck. They don't know how to end their product, man. Are these people not writers? I don't understand. I'm gonna assume the main directors, the main people making, you know, the anime stuff, where 90% of it is from comic books and stuff. I'm gonna assume they're actually just artists and not writers, right? Because, oh my god, none of them stick the landing at all. Especially if it's gonna take 5 years, you know, 5 years not to stick the landing. Like, with something like Promised Neverland, intrigue or no intrigue, by the way, this is worth nothing. Intrigue or no intrigue, that's not the point. The point is, it takes 5 years, potentially, if we're gonna look at this, it's gonna take 40 years for your average anime nowadays to get an ending. You know, these are large time frames. At this point, I even glad to take animes that just, you know, they know what they chewed off, and instead they make it like a semi-advertisement for the, you know, the comic book product. It's better to do that, honestly. It's much convenient, it's much better, and we get to the point. Don't drag me along for the next 10 years for season 2, please. Don't do that. I'm not gonna be watching it. And you're not gonna stick the landing, you know? It's the same thing with Stranger Things. The amount of people forget how bad some of the episodes in Stranger Things was and how they keep on repeating the same show over and over again seems to be too high in my opinion. Like, you know, recently there's been talks about Stranger Things and people are like, hey, Stranger Things! It's coming back in a few years, but it took so long that we have to de-age artificially the actors. In fact, some of the actors have their own kids now. Ironic, I know. Also, for some reason, Netflix refuses to do a time skip. Like, you know, putting them at university level or something. Apparently, that's too hard to rewrite or something. I don't know, something stupid like that. And people tend to forget Stranger Things was that TV show where they keep on repeating the same thing over and over again, you know, where like 11 just points her hand at something, shouts off screen, and then magic happens. But also it's the same episodes where Netflix begrudgingly gave closure to like one of the characters called Barbara. That girl in the first episode that she died, basically. But yeah, that was the entire thing with Barbara in season 1. People also forget how begrudgingly Netflix was like, okay, we'll give her closure. Because, you know, that character, like, died such a brutal death out of nowhere for no reason, if you think about it. And they didn't do a follow-up. And the excuse was, well, you know, in America in the 80s, right? Yeah, in the 80s. A lot of young girls ran away from home. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, Netflix. You lie like you breathe, honestly. You don't understand, a lot of girls back then ran away from home in the 80s. I'm like, that was not a thing. That was not an epidemic. If young adults left home at an early age because they could find a job back then by simply handshaking somebody, that's not them leaving their home, dying in the streets, and then being like, whoop, it's an epidemic. Back then in the 80s, girls were just disappearing left and right in America. I'm like, dude, you mean okay, so who is 90% of people right now living in America? Ghosts? How stupid is Netflix? Like, how stupid are you guys that you're saying such a bold-faced lie? Oh, by the way, the parents didn't even care. That was the limit for me. I was like, what do you mean the parents didn't care? I thought parents knew about this, they didn't care. You're gonna tell me in your show called The Stranger Things, you decide to off a character in a really narcissistic, brutal way, kind of like that lady in Jurassic World was just trying to do her job with the kids, you know, and then that dinosaur just eats her up, and that's it. You know, talk about being brutal for absolutely no reason. Like some character that was just doing their job, wasn't an asshole, dies an extremely, like, nasty, brutal death. You know, without any justification. And like, you know, they didn't even die in a heroic way. Like, they didn't die in a way that, you know, like they were trying to cover the kids and protect them or anything in that moment. Like, apparently a lot of writers miss the basics of rule writing, you know, 101, you know, 101 structure of like writing characters in movies and stuff. But Netflix every season had to have at least 2 shitty episodes like that for absolutely no reason. Yeah, no, that was the thing. Like Stranger Things, every season had to have 2 shitty episodes that like were off episodes, like they didn't connect to the rest of the story. Thank you, the bank, telling me how to equip my house with defenses. Or we had to have something else, like that one episode that didn't, like, we had to have that every season, and every season ends up being Yeah, can you die? Thank you. And every season, you know, the base template of the story was basically the same. Fuck you for transforming right there, buddy.
Get it back.
I'm gonna get you back, old man. And every time sorry, not Netflix, Stranger Things does gangbuster numbers. And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna do it. Because ironically enough, like, you know, you wanna see what's gonna happen. If the show is actually gonna live until next season. Some of us aren't complaining because we want to see the show end. We're complaining because it's like, dude, there's nothing really special for the show to take that long to happen. And we want to see if you can succeed or not, like waiting this long. And if you're gonna wait this long for the finale, like, you know, it has to be gangbusters amazing. If it is amazing and satisfies everybody in every way possible, I mean, I don't know what to say. The expectations are way too high right now for Stranger Things. It's not about failing, it's like, are you gonna stick the landing? People will confuse that with, like, you know, the show doing gangbuster numbers. It's kind of like The Witcher. I had to, you know, be like, hey, look, I'm a normie too, I like The Witcher. I actually don't like The Witcher at all. Especially season 1 and 2 and 3. Witcher season 1, the reason I didn't like it is because, like, what was that time skip frames thing that they're doing every episode? I have no idea. Very artsy-fartsy for absolutely no reason. Also, it felt very much like an old TV show, you know, from the 90s, like Xena and Hercules style. So at least it was endearing, at the very least. But then, was it season 2? I don't remember how many seasons there are in Witcher currently. But the next season, from the first season, I forget if it was season, like if it was the third season or second season. But there was that one episode that people, for some reason, pigeonholed and they're pretending that doesn't exist. It's the episode where the singer guy, he's trying to rescue a bunch of people or something from a boat, right? And over there, they meet up with an old man. And the old man is like, hey, you're the guy that does the songs, and my little girl, I think, likes you or something. That's the entire story. But, you know, you could do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The singer, I actually forgot the guy's name. The singer guy is like, you know, people like you do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. In case it's not clear, that episode, if you read not even between the lines, if you actually pay attention to the dialogue, the old fat balding man that is a slaver is supposed to be the audience that complained about season 1. Because the singer guy is like, oh, you know, you can't complain about every small fucking detail. You know, like, basically it's calling their audience incels. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Literally 50% of the audience didn't care, and you guys, like, wow, how thin-skinned are you? That was your biggest concern? By the way, I don't know why I got on this subject. Doctor Who? Doctor Who also takes 5 years? What are they writing? How progressive they are and how many incels they fight off at the same time? Or how they're traveling to Incel Planet to stop the incel infestation? Careful, incels, you met your match. A doctor. You don't smoke. You're not supposed to be the one doing the smoking. You're supposed to teach them how to smoke your pipe. I'll smoke your pipe for free. Okay, my question is, why did you need to say the word free?
Spent Exilizer has been retired. Exilizer
I can't see!
Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
I can't see!
Any nearby attackers will degrade the Exilizer's performance. Clear them out before the system works.
Why is there water on my eyes? I can't see! I can't see! For free!
Exilizer spent.
For free!
Look at this.
Why did you have to for free? I can't see! I can't see, man!
You see that at least.
Please die. No. Homie, just please. I can't see, man. Where is he going? I can't see you.
Mission to find out what's inside.
Oh boy. boy. Your head's so good, it'll be ethically rude not to share. Okay, so that's why you're doing it for free. It's a community service. The head cannot be worth this much, but for free, I guess you're so right. I made, yeah, you made me blind, legally blind. I laugh like a One Piece villain. Wow, how do One Piece villains laugh? They talk about sucking each other off when they laugh. Lol, Luffy, lol. Pipe so good, I suck for free. I love that one episode where Zoro is like, Luffy, I suck pipe so good. And Sanji joins. That one episode where Zoro took off Luffy's side, the pain, and told Sanji nothing happened with a bunch of white stuff. Yeah, I always found it so strange on Netflix to adapt that one episode out of season 1. What are we doing, man? I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, once he receives head like that, you know, he can't go back, so he has to stay away. It's like one of those things. Once you get it and you lose it, that's it. It's better to receive mediocre head for the rest of your life than one good one and regret not having it again. Isn't that what Shakespeare said?
Operator, Ordis has determined the secrets to happiness. A combination of heightened dopamine levels and a terrible memory. You're welcome!
Ordis, shut the fuck up. Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark down there? This is off screen. What happened? What are you guys? Why do you guys break stuff with the updates? I don't fucking understand that. Okay, her ass is not that fat. I mean, it is actually. Never mind, I lied. Sorry for lying, man. I never intended to lie. Midnight! Do you think I enjoy farming? Midnight, please shut the fuck up, you stupid animal, honestly. Well, back to Gabagoo. We're gonna farm until we die, Midnight. Welcome to hell. Why does it... Okay, why is the epitaph shooting slower? I don't understand. Oh no, they are... No, wait, I shouldn't have the wrong one. Why? Yeah? Or maybe Midnight has the wrong stuff. If Companion exceeds... Yeah, but Ember fires this one faster, so what's going on? Are you conflicting? I can't have two of these? Okay, take you off. Okay, take you off as well? I guess you guys are breaking something?
Ordis has been interfacing with the Foundry's AI.
Good.
Presence. You could say we forged a new connection.
You guys can suck each other off. Okay, you're there. I'm sorry, if two companions have that thing, it breaks?
Emergency life support is inbound.
You guys are like literal animals, you know that. Hey, at least the flower thingy actually works on one Warframe by chance. People would rather use a Hydroid. People would rather use a Hydroid than literally come in here with a Vauban. This is fun. This is fun. Why is your ass not glowing, by the way? Does she not have the same skin as Ember? Her ass glows? Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, if you have two of those special bonds, it actually doesn't work. One on the other pet, one on the other pet. Because it prioritizes the pet that can die. Oh my god, D, you're so fucking stupid, honestly, you asshole! I like to imagine right now if I Google it, somebody out there is like literally saying, hey, the Venari thing doesn't work with another pet. With a momentous bond and all those things, it's like universal per pet. If you have two of them, it breaks because it considers the Venari to be the primary, and then it overrides it, and then if it dies, it overrides it again and it breaks. And D hasn't fixed this bug for 10 years. And then people are like, quick, quick, we gotta buff Loki. Quick, quick, we gotta change Oberon. By the way, here's 25 pictures of Oberon getting cucked by Spider. And I'm like, where's that even coming from, man? I guess that's the only thing that's coming in your family. I was about to say where Michelle's at. Michelle's, eh? Michelle's. Remember, D nerfed the Brahma and then Korra can do this. This is so boring, man. This is so boring. No boredom. This is what it is. Isn't it better to go strength instead of energy? 4 energy shards covers your blind rage. You can go overextended and blind rage will cover 33% of the deficit on that. All because I'm a petty person. All because I'm the pettiest person in the world. I was like, man, I will never accept that Arcane Energize is worth that much. I think people are still assuming there's an event that's gonna happen with Arcane Energize. Sorry, not Arcane Energize, like the moat stingy. Not the moat stingy, but whatever this new event that's gonna happen is happening. And it's gonna be like the arcane farming again. I can't wait till that doesn't happen. So that I can sell off my remaining Arcane Energize. I will never accept Arcane Energize. You know, it's like that one kid you'll never accept. No matter what. This is meta farming, baby. You see, priming like this, Demi, I can totally understand, because my first skill is what I'm doing damage with. On the other hand, I'll never understand when people have to switch weapons. I mean, it's a hilarious part, isn't it? In Void Cascade, you don't need to prime enemies. If your weapon can't deal with the enemy, you know, you might as well forget about that weapon if you can't do it in Void Cascade. On the other hand, it's always people that only play Disruption. They're always the ones that are like, priming enemies is important. And I'm like, yeah, one specific mode where 90% of the time you're invisible. You know, you're like going around stealthily, waiting until the key drops, and then you rush to a thing, and then you Magnus lock down the enemy, and then you prime them in 10 different ways to hit them in the head. Oh, what's that? Even a new core can do that? And then they're the same people that say, hey, do you know you can get 10 million platinum in a day with a Wisp? And I'm like, what the fuck has the Wisp got to do with you making 10 million platinum a day? No, you don't understand. You need to play a Wisp specifically in order to make 10,000 platinum a day. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. What has Wisp got to do with you making 10,000 platinum a day? What they secretly don't tell you is that they're actually a part-time stripper at Strip Frame Guild. They're one of the moderators at Warframe ass. At night they rush into their room and their parents are like, Johnny, are you gonna go to work tomorrow? No, Mom, I'm working tonight. Okay, our beautiful little son baby doing an internship. He logs in with their Wisp skin. Yeah, boys! Ogle this ass! By the way, Andrew, you promised me a job. Do you find one still? No, I swear, bro, dance for me. I'll give you one later. You know, in this economy, jobs don't grow on trees. Yo, bro, I'm gonna make a Warframe video. Do you mind coming over here and telling people how in a single day I make 10,000 platinum? Yeah, man. Just forget about the part where you strip for us. And then he tells some people and they're like, it's okay, bro, it's all digital. It's okay if you sell out your body, it's all digital, man, it's not real. You're not getting bukkake kicked by your entire clan. You know, the next Warframe that should get heirloom was her. At least Korra is usable in certain missions. Unlike Valkyr. What's in the point of Valkyr in 2025? 6 whole Arcane cells, man. Wow, Jesus Christ.
Well put
This
together,
hurts.
operator.
Or they shut the
Now get
fuck
out
up before I
there
come
and-
there and stick something in your mouth. The way the enemies, even they go, "Ah!" Is this the Logan Paul ending for us?
Another life support capsule.
Wow, one entire Arcane cell, man. Let's not get spin it everywhere, okay? Local bondage Warframe comes in and starts whipping all these bugs, insects. You think there's a couple of people out there that are like, my queen whipped me, I'm such an insect. I'm such an infested. Punish this infested. Honestly, what's his name? The First Descendant wishes it was wild like this. That's the funny part. If you pay attention, Warframe is more wild than First Descendant. In First Descendant, it's like, yeah, girl, another girl with maid's outfit, and that's it. But in Warframe, because the characters are not, like, you know, human, I mean, there's a whole different story there. We literally have a Warframe that is basically just like a... Her job is to whip people, that's it. With a cat, she's a cat lady that whips guys. First Descendant is courageous enough to do that. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. First Descendant can't even do that, because if they do, all the weirdos out there that are scared of women are gonna be like, hey, she's too violent, man. I can't get off to this. I can't imagine a woman whipping me. It's scary, man. What do you mean a little bit of a strong, kinky woman is too much? Yeah, I don't understand, man. She reminds me of my mom. What? The way she used to treat Dad. And when he left. Well, I found some more interesting Orkin Cell. By the way, how come no of the caches instead give Orkin Cell instead of like 2000 credit? Like even a singular Orkin Cell I think is much better, no? Why is it glowing now? Does it glow in the missions? Glow in the missions? Oh, man, this is funny. No, my butt goes offline when I'm inside the mission. Why?
Set off the alarms.
Oh, come on, D. Don't give me immediately an Orkin Cell. That's not my plan, you sons of bitches. But why does Korra's ass go offline? I don't understand. They didn't perfect the technology of ass glow back in the day. It's only now that they perfected it down to a...
Hunter, you exceed expectations.
Fuck you, D. Fuck you. I'm not gonna be farming tonight. I'm gonna punch you in your digital testicles, honestly, old man, so shut the fuck up. What's on sale today? What is this trash gonna do for me? Yeah, you see her ass is active over here, and then in the mission it goes offline. Why does her ass go offline in the missions? 50-50.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin another mission?
The system can wait while I put on my tramp stamp if you don't mind. God damn you, D. Midnight, not now. The other version looked like something else. Any of you else could fit down in there? No, I don't think you can. No, this is actually useless. Can I put on mom's womb tattoo? People will literally not care about bugs, but they'll find the weirdest things to put on a Warframe and be like, yeah, this is how you do it. Bam, 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 bam. My ass glows? What does my ass glow in this mission? I'm sorry, in Hovania my ass glows. Ba 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 ba. Korra's ass glows in Hovania only. I don't know why it glows. It glows in Hovania, but not all the other missions. Isn't the meta to use snare? The meta for Korra is to use snare. How? I mean, I didn't watch a video. I'm just building it based upon like damage calculator. The second skill, right? That I replaced. By the way, notice how I keep on replacing every single second skill on most Warframes. That always ends up being like the most useless skill out of the bunch. just a bunch of bananas, man. These bananas are driving me crazy. Ensnare, the second skill, right? No, that is actually pretty bad on Korra. I don't know if that's meta, but that shouldn't be. Who would recommend Snare on Korra? To trap the enemy? And do what? Hold on. If right now on Korra, I left her number 2 that just, you know, whips whips people, and then her spikes go everywhere and then grabs the people and brings them together, but can also kill the people that you're grabbing, so the grab doesn't... What is that? Midnight, don't let weirdos touch you. Is today just kill day? Only this kill... Oh no, where's the door? Only this kill. By the way, this shopping center doesn't make any sense. It's a shopping center where one of the main entrances literally connects to 2 shops in order to go to the center. How does that even make any sense? Don't shopping centers like have the main alley that connect to? Or am I stupid? Oh no, wait, that is a Canadian thing! Again, I need to make this clear. First Descendant, at best they have a maid outfit. Or a sexy nun. In Warframe we have a flower. Whipping people. Destroy 1 tank for 2000 Kuva. No tanks, D. Oh my god, not even close, man. You guys would be clinically insane to even think that's viable.
Dive into causality?
Who just sticks a tank mission in there like that? Hey, what do you want to do today? A tank mission? For what? What's the reward? 2000 Kuva? I mean 2000 Kuva. You can get it in like 5-10 minutes in the Kuva missions? Yeah! And so, don't complain! There are builds that do the tank in 1 second. It takes you 5 minutes just to get there, man. Well, solo it! I don't want to be bored out of my mind. Well, whose fault is it? Yours? What? Nothing. I fucking want to strangle Hydroids, honestly. The stupidest, ugliest Warframe alive. Somebody's gonna be like, whoa!
Still working
And
on
I'm
it.
like, no walls,
Continue to
honestly. What does a Hydroid do? Is it even killing anything? Is the Hydroid even killing anything? Okay, no. Extra loot. Extra loot. Extra loot. If the tentacles like grab the enemy, if they grab them. In the case of Korra, apparently, from what I understood, as long as the enemies get grabbed, they get magnetized, that's considered a trigger for the extra loot chance. And look at this! It's just stuck in one corner! Not like Luke and Oberon needs a remake. How about Hydroid? What the fuck does Hydroid do? Oh, he can do entire corrosive armor strip, 2 million damage, tingy. And I'm like, when was this meta? About 3 years ago? With armor meta? That's when? You don't realize Hydroid is doing less than 1 hit mod, right? What do you mean? I mean, if you stack double it, you get something out of it. Hydroid, I'm gonna strangle you, honestly. With your own tentacles. PTSD. I haven't played with a single, like Hydroid player that didn't absolutely ruin the pacing of the map. Defense mission takes longer. They keep on flailing, good luck hitting them. They don't drop any extra loot. Yeah, Hydroid and no mag players, man. They're my most hated faction in the entire game. D, I hate you with all my passion.
We did.
Can tell you understand what an honor this will be to have your tiny neck snapped by the Kayla de Thame.
Ah, woman! Typical women talking about snapping my neck. No, I forgot to bring the hacky thing. Hacky
The enemy is
sacky.
on high alert.
Well,
Hostages
hopefully
on
everybody
board.
else brought the hacky
Hurry.
thing, right? They have the hacky thing? But I don't know how to get in there. I didn't learn Warframe, man. What is everybody else doing? Why are the other two? Why is the Loki all the way back there, man? I make one mistake and I can't enjoy the game because nobody knows how to play this tragedy. Oh my god, wow, see, what a team now. Everybody brought in the hacky too. We also got gameplay of War rework and new Valkyrie skin. Oh, really? War rework. How many times did War get reworked exactly again? Warframe found his janitor lock. His janitor lock.
Reveal any intelligence files you find. Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
This janitor.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now.
He keeps talking about the jail. My queen's like the janitor.
Have everything we came for.
I like how none of it came out right. Serentic Prime is down. I don't fucking care. She can revive herself. How did the Janus key become the janitor lock? Not different. It's just some weird ass junior technology. What a fucking broomstick! Shoo, Tino, shoo! These trespassers! They're dirtying my rug! They are bringing in all the mud! These lost children! My queens are gentries down. Eh, fuck it, we'll make another one. Also, maybe put a leash on him. War in just overalls, cleaning up the offices. Tenno sneaks in, their invisibility falls off, and they're like, another lost Tenno. What a waste. He starts showing us the broom. In the next update, he's gonna be riding a vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner debuffs our pets. Our pets get scared of the vacuum cleaner and they run away. Imagine having to clean Kuva. Does he have access to blood or what? Tal Regoro probably has a whole squad of these janitors. The janitor squad. Why does that sound like an adult movie?
You and Clem, cause a ruckus, while my other operative is in the office. Let them know you're here.